If you remember when Prince Harry actually said this, well, it shocked a lot of people. This was during, of course, his time when he was promoting his book Spare. And basically what he let us into was a secret about the British monarchy. Well, quite a few, as we all know, chums. But the thing that really, I think, shocked a lot of people was how seriously the British, royal family actually took this, which, of course, he confirmed. Now, you have to decide how serious this is. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time. Nice to have your company today. It was a bit of a bombshell, if you think about it, so we'll have a wave. Yes, I hope you're keeping well. I'll just have to grab my tag back. Yes, you have to keep hold of it. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you see, you've got everything. You've got a grip round the wrist. Every sort of thing now you have to have. That's how bad, as I told you recently, London's become. Don't take anything out. Wouldn't want a dog, you never know. That might not come back, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a little bit like this. As I say, Prince Harry frighteningly told everybody that, not only do the British monarchy look at certain things that we might be shocked by, including their own, popularity stakes, that sort of stuff, but in fact they do look at it on a regular basis to see how they stand out. And Harry himself said that he knew at the time just how popular he was, only second and sometimes even beating, of course, the late and brilliant monarch Queen Elizabeth II. So this is really sort of chilling news for his father, particularly as he So this is particularly chilling news, of course, for his father, His Majesty the King, King Charles III, who now literally has been told that he's rated the worst ever since he became, king. And this is really important, in fact, because obviously, as I said, Harry may have let us into a sneak peek into that. But it's really vital as to how these things sort of pan out. Now, what's happened is they've taken a recent poll to see how well His Majesty the King is with the generation that absolutely matters for the next generation, the 18 to 35s. And the bottom line really was that a lot of people find that he's indecisive and not exactly showing strength of character. Plus, they don't necessarily resonate with him. And why would they? That's not necessarily the generation. I totally understand that. But you see, the bigger issue that a lot of people feel, and this is what came out that you don't see in the media, is the fact that His Majesty the King seemingly hasn't dealt with what they consider to be ostentatious behaviour from none other than his youngest son. That's right, Prince Harry. Particularly when they see, you've got to remember, even at that point, they're waking up to the fact things cost. And with the ongoing battles for Harry's demand for, security, privacy, all that sort of stuff, that all falls down to the British taxpayer. On the other side of the coin, a lot of them also feel that he's not being particularly fair and should be more welcoming for the problems that Harry's gone through. You see, this is the Gen Z generation, as they call them. But this doesn't paint a particularly strong picture for His Majesty the King. And as I told you recently, he seems to be making personal missteps by either getting involved politically in things where his mother, Queen Elizabeth, would never have attempted to do, and of course straddle all sorts of variants, including being a multi-faith king. It doesn't necessarily work, and that really offsets the bigger picture of the people that apparently do still want to be monarchists and, more importantly, support the British monarchy in general. Now, moving forward, why is this bad? Well, they will be watching this on a very sort of obvious level, as one can imagine. And if this continues to decline, they'll have to do something a little bit more to turn it around. It's as simple as that. But on the back of that also, it's fascinating to see that the Prince of Wales, Prince William, his stock, alongside Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has risen, and naturally they're in their 40s. But apparently, according to this latest poll, there's not many people within inside the British monarchy that have, the same power perhaps as Harry and Meghan. Or some people might simply say this is because Harry and Meghan are across the media on a daily basis with a bigger, higher profile. But which either way you look at it, as Prince Harry famously said now a couple of years ago, everybody inside the British monarchy wants to be popular. They look for the right headlines and, of course, the most attention. And they do take these polls rather seriously. And I've been told from an excellent source that King Charles is definitely across this. And given the fact that, let's be honest, he has worked incredibly hard, even, of course, suffering from ill health over the last year, this cannot be exactly the sort of reading that he was expecting to see. Either way, it's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean on the back of a London bus.